YouTube, how we doing? It is PPS here. We tried the countdown there. I don't know what is going on. The laptop is on another level. Dude, what is up, man? We're back, huh? That was a fun little start to the show, huh?
Yeah, no. I mean, hey, we're here. Past the Prop is live, baby. It might be a little bit, we got some technical difficulties going on. We're battling with, the internet, the StreamYard, all that stuff. But hey, man, we still got a bunch of good baseball games to do. So I'm sure the viewers at home will be able to sit through this and, we'll be fine.
Yeah, we've had a few of these. We did a few of these ones where we just kind of throw some plays at you, make sure you guys get the action that we have. But yeah, shout out StreamYard, man. I just keep getting your thing saying you're unresponsive. So shout out to them for, just continuing to not help me out at all here, man. It's brutal.
Yeah, no, I mean, if we make it through this relatively good, then I think everyone will be happy right here. We just had a great Spaces. We weren't on here on Wednesday. We were over on the Twitter Spaces. Obviously had a great show, a bunch of winners, some early game winners too as well. I know we had the Rizzo, we had the Yankees that were just getting the job done off the bat. So, we power through these little issues, and we got to get you guys a show. We got to get you guys some plays, and hey, we got some good plays today.
Yeah, dude, it's been a while since we've ever skipped, in 2 years. We've probably missed like a couple days throughout. And we're not gonna miss just because of this. And like I said, the internet and all this crap that's just, stuff that's out of our control really. Yeah, but obviously I'll be continuing to message StreamYard till they find a way to fix this stuff. But all right, Stu. I don't have all those plays from the last show, obviously, because we were on Spaces. Do you remember what you had?
Yeah, I went 2-1. I went 2 of 3. I had Rizzo, hits, runs, RBIs, and then I had Rizzo paired with Bryce Harper to get a hit. Both of those hit, and then I missed the last one. Whatever, the Mookie Betts did not go through for me, unfortunately.
Honestly, dude, I'm trying to think. Oh, yeah, I had Clayton Kershaw. I had him under.
I can't believe that one. These 1.5s, dude, I always doubt you. I always look at you and go, why are you doing this? 1.5, and then, hey, it worked out.
Hey, dude, and I mean, I don't know if you watched that game, but, man, dude, the only run they scored was a home run that wasn't even in the zone. Like, it was, bottom, inside, almost hit the guy. Contreras pulled it straight down the line. It was unbelievable. I don't even know how he hit it. He even scored the one run. Yeah, there was that one. And then what was my other one? Oh God, I gotta remember this. This was not that long ago, guys. I'm not that old, bro.
You had Yankees. I know you had the Yankees.
Oh, yeah, first five. I think they scored like 6 in the first 2 innings. So yeah, nice start to the day.
Yeah, no doubt. Those are fun. If anyone was in there, let us know if you obviously like the Spaces, if you want more, if you want less of that. I enjoy the interactive component. We had people jump on and actually ask their questions. I always like a Twitter Spaces, man. But yeah, let us know what you guys thought of them. If you have any, pros or cons for us, we're all ears. Yeah,
make sure you put MLB in that next time, bro. With 14 games on that slate, man, everybody's asking about basketball. I'm like, bro, when I got 15 MLB games to look at, I am not looking at NBA.
To be fair, the NBA talk did come at the end. Like, we'd just gotten through all the games. So, hey, I'll never turn anyone away from talking NBA. I see our guy Blackbeard is in here right now. Listen, we'll go all day long, okay? Just because you don't like the NBA anymore doesn't mean the rest of us can't enjoy it, even though it's fucking sucked recently. Oh, my God.
Dude, NBA blows, bro. I don't give a crap what you say, man. It's like this is the playoffs, bro. We shouldn't be seeing 20 pieces. It's disgusting. It is not even fun to watch. I am very happy to no longer be associated watching NBA basketball because it is gross.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm not going to hate on you too much. We'll stay on topic today. Yeah,
well, quickly, before I get into all this stuff, let's give a quick prayer up for my boy Christian Bezatenhout. He needs to make that cut, baby. Let's get that 6-man cut. We need to get all of them in. He's -3 right now. We need him to make that -4 cut here, most likely happening. So, yeah, had to get that in here before we get rolling.
Yeah, I'm sure there's one person out there that cares about that. So I'm glad you obviously let them know. And I see Patrick's agreeing too with the NBA is awful. Everything's awful. Everything's over the place. But you got to find a silver lining, okay? We'll win some bets today. We'll go to MLB. We'll fine. We'll go to MLB. We don't have to talk about NBA. You know, if everyone in here is mad at the blowouts, we'll stay on topic. I won't bring it up. If you guys bring it up, I'll talk. But I won't bring it up. How about that?
Yeah, we'll just agree to have everybody in here. Just please don't mention NBA, please. But Stu, games, full day, every single team in action. Outside of the Nationals, what game are you looking forward to?
I mean, it's got to be the Yuri Perez debut game today, right? That kicks off our slate. The thing is, this slate is awesome today. I mentioned that in my tweet briefly. We've got aces. We've got the Coles of the world. We've got a ton of great pitchers, but obviously Yuri Perez, one of the most hyped pitching prospects we got in the game right now. I don't know if you saw the call-up video. That got some, nice social media attention. Now we're going to go see him face a pretty good opponent in Marlins Park. Like, if I had to pick an ideal situation to get your starter kind of in the groove of things, I'm definitely going Marlins Park versus the Reds than, Rockies Stadium in Coors. So that should be a great game. I love Ashcraft on the other side of it as well. I think that'll be my, at least, TV, just because I want to see what he's got. If he's going to be throwing 100 nasty curveballs, I want to see what we can expect from the future, I guess.
Yeah, no, good spot for sure. I really want to see Spencer Strider again today. Yeah. Must see TV every time he touches the bump. Fun matchup too against Toronto, and obviously Garrett Cole's facing Tampa. So we saw Tampa light him up. Right, both aces have tough matchups tonight. That makes the DFS slates a little bit more fun, right? Because you can go there, but you're very limited on the rest of your build. Especially when not like every single time Garrett Cole throws, he is chalk, which I mean, at this point in the season is probably warranted outside of that Tampa Bay game, because Tampa Bay obviously has his number a little bit, at least recently here. So I have a couple games that I do like, but I think that would definitely be at the top of my list for spots that I really want to go to.
Yeah, no, I mean, I can't hit on you at all for that. Strider, obviously nasty stuff as well. So that'll be a fun one. And hey, you mentioned Garrett Cole. I don't know. I don't remember if there's Turbo in here that was on the G-Man Choi bin last year, but he's gone. They don't have Garrett Cole Killer on the Rays anymore, because that was a big thing. I know we hit that on the show. I know a ton of people in my Discord were on. G-Man Choi crushes him, but he's out of town, unfortunately. So I did have to, anyone in there, whether it's Turbo, whoever it was, I had to let you guys know that you don't have that free money in the bank like we did last year.
Yeah, Pirate, I think, right? I don't even know if he's playing right now, but whatever. Also, really, really big information is to make sure that Wander Franco is playing, right? Because I watched their game yesterday. He had like neck stiffness. I don't know if it was enough to like actually get him like injured, like bad or anything, but I did see that, and he did not look very comfortable out there after that, and had a couple of very poor at bats. So just something to look out for possibly for today.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, hey, we're doing the show a little early, so injury news is always a concern. But yeah, make sure to be following those underdogs of the world as well, so that you can get that information and notification to you right when it happens, so that you can make those bets ASAP.
All right, let's get your first play going here. We talked about Perez a little bit there. Obviously, this is the opposite side of that.
Yeah, no, we're going over to Graham Ashcraft right here. It's 16.5 out, -130 over on MGM right there. I love Graham Ashcraft. I talked about him a little bit earlier so far this year. Obviously, I am a fan of his game. He's got that nice 100-mile-an-hour. I mean, anyone that has like 90+ mile-an-hour off-speed pitches is somebody that, I can be a fan of right here. But what I like is Ashcraft can be a little bit tricky with the Ks at times. He's not the biggest strikeout pitcher in the world. He started out a little hot to start the season in the world. What I like is Ashcraft to get deep in these games. And man, the walks have been the thing, right? He was good with the walks last year. He's been a little bit worse so far this year, but he's still gone over this number in every single game except one. The one game where he didn't go over this number is where the walks got to him, So if he can keep this, even under like 3 walks, which is a real large number. As long as you don't get to that 4, 5, 6 range, this Marlins lineup is not really anything I'm scared of whatsoever. Additionally, when we look at who's actually good on the Marlins side of the ball, it's exactly what we talk about with Ashcraft. This dude crushes lefties. Lefties have been hitting sub 200 against him since he came into the league. Absolutely destroys them. Righties a little bit harder to get out, which is where you run into trouble with Ashcraft. But obviously, Arias, Jazz, some of these guys that we're actually scared of are going to be on that left side. On the right side, there's not really anyone to be too worried about in this Marlins lineup. So I think Ashcraft's going to get deep into this game. I love this number right here. I'm surprised it was 16.5. You put up the 17.5. That's what I thought it was going to be, actually, when it opened, and I probably would have played it there. So consistently getting past the 6th inning, I think Ashcraft keeps it up today.
Yeah, no, I'm a fan. Obviously, I'm a Ashcraft fan. I'm a truther on him. I love him. I had Jorge Soler a couple days ago for a home run. He had the 2 home runs there. That's the only real righty you got to worry about. You don't really have any Aguilars of the world over there anymore. Just a very diluted lineup, right? A lineup that we're not really worried about too much. So I do like this spot. I love it for a ground ball guy, especially with all of these power-ish, I guess I'll say ish, hitters in this lineup being on the left side. I don't even know if I call Jazz Chisholm a power guy. I don't even know if, obviously Arias. I know the one guy in here decided to say he's going to hit a home run. I'm like, bro, he got the ball past, like he hit that triple, but I think that was like right on the wall, like right down the line, hit the wall, bounced over. So obviously not a huge power guy there. There's not really many that you got to worry about. And I love Ashcraft's stuff. I love that sinker. I love obviously that breaking ball that he brings to the table here. And what a park upgrade. Probably one of the biggest park upgrades you're going to possibly get. Do like to see that. And also that you're seeing it at that 16.5 line. So obviously that's probably the best line that we have there. Obviously this might be from the one before. I think that I typed it up, but I have like the banners from last time we used it. And I think that might be which one it is. So we will use this one. It's saying right now, Graham Ashcraft over 16.5 outs. And obviously a guy you definitely want to be targeting, especially in a place like this, dude. This place is so big, right? You're going to have to get a hold of one on Ashcraft because obviously his ground ball rate is up there with like the Alex Cobbs of the world and guys that have elite ground ball stuff. So really like Graham Ashcraft. And my first play will be with some pitchers as well. I'm going to do a combo over on FanDuel. It's going to be Spencer Strider, 7 strikeouts. This dude hits this every single game, bro. Like, this isn't even close. I think he's going for the record for, I don't know if it's Braves history or MLB history with the most amount of games with consecutive 8 strikeouts. So obviously he's been fantastic. He was going for 9. That's 9 strikeout record, but only got 8 in his last outing where he got hit all over. What I really liked was how he bounced back, how he was able to weather the storm a little bit, make the swings and misses still come. Obviously his whiff rate is out of this world at this point. Fastball is over a 25% whiff rate. We got a breaking ball at around 50. Just a guy that you want to go for strikeouts. Again, you just talked about Ashcraft. What his goal is to get you out on the ground. What Strider's trying to do is K you. He doesn't give a crap. He's not going to try to let you make contact. It's a different type of ball game. It's a different type of mindset out on the mound there. And then going over to Matthew Boyd. I remember, I don't know if it was you who faded him or if it was somebody we had on here that was saying Matthew Boyd wasn't great. And I remember talking specifically about him when he played the Brewers, right? This is scary, dude. He has got good stuff. He's a very good pitcher. He's just coming off of injuries. He had quite a few injuries, had a pretty long injury history here, but Seattle towards the bottom of the MLB in OPS versus lefties. You have a great park to hit in. Both, it doesn't matter if you're in Detroit or Seattle, both of them are very pitcher friendly. And obviously when you look at this lineup, Julio Rodriguez moved out of the top, right? They just moved him out of the leadoff spot, which is very, very nice. If they move him back, I'm not even worried. He's chasing everything. And then you go over Kelnick, one of the better hitters, left-hand side, right? You go down this lineup. Suarez has not been hitting lefties well. Teoscar obviously does. That's one thing he does very well. But look to the bottom. Taylor Trammell, right? You're not worried about that. That's a swing and miss guy, right? J.P. Crawford. I will take him, right? I'll take him to either roll over or give me a strikeout in there. Matthew Boyd has very good curveball. Fastball's not running up to what it used to be. But 5 strikeouts against a team that's a bottom 5 OPS versus lefties should be able to go deep in this game, right? Detroit's not going to try and pull them out just to get to that bullpen. If it's like maybe Baltimore, I would say that. Like the Yankees, I'll say that outside of Garrett Cole. But there's a lot of teams that really want to trust that pen, and I'm gonna rely on the Tigers to not be one of those teams today. So Matthew Boyd's 5 Ks against Seattle, and then the Spencer Strider versus Toronto. Tough matchup, but a guy that I definitely want to target here for 7 strikeouts against Toronto.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I mean, I love the Strider look. Obviously, he's done great for us so far this year. And yeah, Boyd, I mean, that was one I was looking at also. Anytime you get someone that has such a great matchup against a team that can't hit lefties, you definitely want to take advantage of that. And yeah, I was talking some trash on Boyd, but just to be clear, that was a lot more based on fading someone in their first start back from injury that hasn't played in a year. You know what I mean? Like I'm much more team fade the pitcher coming back from injury than I am like, I hate this guy. Okay. So just wanted to get that out there and clear the air. I have enough enemies on the show. I'm not trying to make them all the time. Like Boyd isn't my enemy. So I just want to clear the air. I know you're watching right now, buddy. Get those 5Ks tonight.
I don't know, dude. You have I think you hate more guys than I do, dude. And I hate a lot of guys, bro. I hate a lot of guys, but like the Kevin Porters of the world, Kevin Knox of the world, there's a lot of guys on that list, on that monotone football ban list. It's getting pretty long.
Yeah, Spencer Dinwiddie as well. He can go fuck himself. Yeah, there's a lot of guys I don't like, but Boyd is not in that category. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to get that in there. I like this play. I'm going to tail this play. I'm just letting us know that there's no animosity in the air right now. I trust. I don't want to say nice things because then he's going to go fail. It's only the negative things I say that get them to work. So no comment. How about that?
Who is that MLB guy this year for you? Who is that guy who you can never get right?
Oh my God. I mean, that's a good question. You want to go first? Let me think about that for a sec.
Yeah. So like I have a couple guys who I've been getting right, like Patrick Corbin. I've actually been getting right lately.
Oh, yeah.
I've been on fire with betting on Patrick Corbin. I think it would have to be DeSclafani. I think that he's definitely a guy that is very hit or miss for me. But also Corbin Burns probably, and that's probably why I haven't been betting on my Brewers much because Corbin Burns made me a lot of money last year, and so far this year, very hit or miss for me there. On the hitter side, I would probably lean a little bit more into Yandy Diaz. He's been terrible for me. He's been fantastic for everybody else, but every time I play him, I swear to God, the dude has 2 walks. It's just very frustrating.
Yeah, the guy I feel that the most with, I said on the spaces, I feel like Vinny P always goes off.
Did you see him too? He had a double first at bat.
Yes, first at bat. I'm like watching this game like, oh my God, I can't win with this guy. So that's definitely one of the more frustrating ones. I like you. I've also been on actually the good side of a little bit of Patrick Corbin, but I have bet on Josiah Gray in both of his bad outings so far this year. So next time I come up here, just know the 2 bad outings he's had are when I bet on him. Just throw that out there.
Shout out Josiah Gray for being that late night hammer for me. I played him last game. He did fantastic for me. Ended up getting me like 11 points when all of the other low end chalk failed. So he did very well for me, only like 8% ownership. So thank you, Josiah. Also continues to give up left-handed power even when he's throwing well. So just something to look out for next time. Dude, slugging from lefties is ridiculous, just ridiculous how much power he gives up to left-handed hitters. So just something for you guys to look at in the future.
Yeah, it's going to get bad when it gets to summertime. Like, do you remember some of those games where they played the Phillies and like the team totals are like 4 and like Schwarber's like plus 180 to hit a homer? Like, when that temperature gets up, Josiah's gonna need to keep that ball down because, like you said, he's pitching real well right now. But remember that on Dinger Tuesday, fellas.
Yeah, so I can't see the chat specifically right now. Is there anything in there that you want to touch on?
No, it's just that we got Ethan just going, wow, what a jerk. Throwing shade at PPS's favorite franchise. That's all we got in there. But I don't remember who I was throwing shade on. So I
think he's talking about the Tigers because I hate them with a dying passion.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Their ownership is a bunch of pansies, and their grounds crew must be one of the worst of all time. So just get rid of the entire front office organization. I think it's the guy who runs Little Caesars owns that place too. So dude's got a lot on his plate, bro. Got a lot on his plate. Just get rid of him. literally find anybody else ever. Your team, like I can't even stand you guys, bro.
Yeah.
How can you have one drop of rain and go into a rain delay? It doesn't even make any fucking sense. And then your grounds crew, what they do? What are you doing? Like, just sitting there. Now I hope they have to travel to San Francisco, bro, in the middle of an off day. Can't go see their families because of how bad that front office is. Now they can't go see their kids, bro. That should make you want to leave. Hopefully, every single Tigers person opts out of that contract, and they just don't have a team anymore, and they have to play with all single A guys and lose every single game.
Yeah, there's a lot I could say in response to this, but we should probably just keep it moving. I mean, I don't know if the chat actually wants to hear you talk about the grounds crew of the Tigers again, because we've been over this before. And listen, I hate a rain delay as much as the next guy, but clearly not as much as you. You fucking hate these rain delays. So if we want to do a sports show instead of a weather show, maybe we keep it moving on the picks right here.
Yeah, well, no. So backstory is I had Logan Webb in that game at 1% ownership. I was 2 points out of the money with no pitcher. And I was going to just cook, bro. If they would have let him play, whatever, go do your play. Fuck.
We got a hit parlay coming out here. We're going Joey Meneses, Marcus Semien, both to record a hit right here. This one's pretty simple. I mean, we've got two guys going against pitchers that are giving up tons of, soft contact, kind of base hits. And we've got two guys that are actually playing pretty well right now. I'll start with my guy Meneses. The power, not there so far this season at all. Only 2 homers. They have him in that 4 or 5 spot most days. They expect him to kind of bring in that power. But he wasn't bringing anything for the first couple weeks of the season, like 188, 200, that kind of range. He's finally figured out. We're finally seeing what we saw last year. He hits the ball to all parts of the ballpark. There's no pull power. He's not really searching for those dingers. He's just trying to get on base, which may annoy some people that bet the extra bases and stuff like that. But that's why I like Meneses for the hit parlay right here, because while the ISO is a little bit down this year, the slugging's a little bit down. Still, over the last couple weeks, now 315, 330. The batting average just finally climbed up 288 on the season, but 330 over his last 15 games, coming in with a hit in 8 of his last 9 right here. It's a good matchup. Meneses and Garcia were the same price right here. And I like them both to get a hit today. I almost went with that, but it's a little juicy, honestly. And I think Semien actually provides a little bit better value. He's underpriced right now. He's playing very well, hitting 8 of his last 9 games. What I really want to do, I mean, honestly, you could just play hit parlays fading the Athletics every single day. And that's pretty much what I plan to do as much as possible. Semien 2 for 3 with 2 doubles in his career versus, how are we saying, Waldachuk?
Yep. That's right.
I mean, that's a very cool name. One, shout out to that guy. But also 320 opposing batting average versus right-handed hitters so far this season. And once we've talked about it multiple times, combine that with a league worst bullpen with the Athletics, who somehow actually had a good outing last night. So I'm thinking that can't possibly happen 2 days in a row right here. Semien, good form, hitting 8 of his last 9, over 330 over his last 15 games. 2 guys that are hitting it well, that have good pitching matchups, minus 116. I think that's a good price.
Yeah, it's tough because Semien is weird because he's like a leadoff guy, but he's got so much power that he doesn't really swing for singles usually lately. I've been going for his home run prop. I've been going for that doubles prop as well. I feel like that's been doing better for me. Obviously, I hope he gets a hit for you. But dude's swinging so hard. He's swinging up. So it's like you're getting good launch angle and also going for a lot of extra base hits in this little run that he's on too. So obviously grab him for that hit parlay, but definitely a spot that I'll sprinkle on extra base hits as well. Only issue I have with that game is it's the worst in terms of weather for Ballpark Pal. I use them religiously. They're the lowest ranked spot. Obviously, probably has to do with them playing in Oakland, but you also have to deal with it's not that warm there when they have that first pitch. So hit parlay, obviously, good spot. But maybe limits his power upside a little bit more as we're going into that one. So just something I wanted to touch on there. Obviously, the Nationals game should be pretty well. Good spot there for hits. And I'm going to spots that are very high on that Ballpark Pal spot. A little juicy for me, but you guys know I'll never go over minus 130. Obviously, this one's a little bit more juicy than I've gone on in a long time. But I have to play Verdugo. Verdugo is minus 330 for a hit. He's playing against Adam Wainwright. First start, he got rocked. Absolutely rocked. 4 for 11 against lefties in that matchup. Expect Verdugo to slap his ball all over the yard. They're the number 2 ranked ballpark in terms of added runs. today. I count it as number one because Coors is just a cheat code. So I'm going to go to Verdugo. Obviously, this is a smash spot. Even the Cardinals bullpen is shit now, which is something I never thought I'd say. But they also are pitching to contact. The Cardinals, I don't know if you read the Fangraphs article earlier this year talking about how they're trying to pitch to contact, and it doesn't work right now. It's not going to work when the shit doesn't happen anymore. So Cardinals front office pitching staff is a joke now. So they're one of the worst pitching staffs in the MLB because of this, right? They were very good last year when you could shift. It was just so stupid to start mixing in these guys throwing two seams now and sinkers and cutters versus run that four seam fucking fastball and blow it by, dudes, right? That's how you got to play. Work the fastball up in the zone, breaking balls down. That's how it's going to play when you have guys who throw 100 and throw upper nines. You can't be just pitching to contact, and the Cardinals continue to do so. And this is not a game I want to do it, right? I'm pretty sure this is in Boston. This is against a very hot Boston Red Sox offense. Yoshida, Verdugo, top of this lineup is loaded. He never sat out 2 days ago. Now he's back. Going to absolutely crush this spot. I think the Red Sox is one of my favorite stacks. It's probably going to be really contrarian with the Phillies on this slate and also Waldichuk on this slate. So I'm hoping that they're very low owned because I'll be very happy to roster a Red Sox stack with low ownership against Adam Wainwright, who I think the name value definitely brings us down a little bit there. So Adley's facing Johan Oviedo, who I picked up in fantasy and sucks now. So he's got over a 300 OBP to lefties right now. I love that Adley's still a switch hitter, right? He's never going to get pulled. He's the catcher there. You know, he's not coming out for platoon stuff or anything like that. Also, don't mind that Pittsburgh pen. Obviously, Bednar is fantastic, but that middle relief is where you get the Pirates, right? That's where they fall apart. And Oviedo has walked a lot of dudes is my only issue with this spot. And which is why I think this is like minus 250 because he has walked a lot of guys. But you're going to walk him. You get his power numbers to right-handed hitters are just as bad as to lefties. He's giving up so much power. I'm not trying to walk Adley Rutschman after you have Cedric Mullins in front, right? You're not even worried about the hitter when you have Mullins on base. You got to worry about that. You walk him, you got Mountcastle first and second, nobody out. Then you got to deal with Santander. Austin Hayes has been fantastic. This is just a lineup that you really can't sit around with. Obviously, Mateo's batting in the sixth spot, who's like still a top 5 fantasy producer. I love the Orioles today. I don't know if I'm going to get there in the DFS aspect because I feel like I'm going to need some of these Phillies, bro, because my God, dude, their team total and their numbers are just so jacked up where you're probably better off playing them in DFS than on the betting market just because their numbers like minus 350 to 400 for hits. Obviously, the Coors upgrade is nice, but I think I'm going to go to Verdugo. He's been one of my favorite guys this year. This is my first time backing Adley outside of a home run spot, but think this is a great spot because you cannot be walking guys when you have Santander finally picking up his bat and Ryan Mountcastle was always worried about for power.
Yeah, no, I like this spot right here. Obviously, Verdugo's done great for me so far this year, but I like what you said. I didn't dive into the Wainwright stuff as much as I should have. I think maybe I'm like the rest of the people, I guess, that maybe hadn't looked into just how bad that first outing was last time. So I like that spot right there. Obviously, we know the Red Sox offense can put some runs together in a hurry. And Adley's been great. Like you said, that's a good spot. He's 2, right? He's sitting in the 2 hole still. So pretty much as protected as possible right there. As many at-bats. I love Adley. He's been great to me. I agree the walk's a little bit annoying, but you love that 300 OBA for a pitcher that's even been pretty good so far this year. Right there, he started out pretty good at least.
Yeah, he started fantastic. He was one of the biggest stories to start, but I really think that Cardinals information is one of the most important to look at. It's just you can't be playing like that in this modern era right now where the bases are shorter, right? There's no shift. It's just there's too many good hitters here to just be allowing them to put the ball in play. It's just not how it should work right now. So we can try and get a quick recap in here. And then maybe what I'll do is we'll do a little giveaway or something. I don't know what we'll give away or anything, but for dropping our dinger picks, our long shots in the comments. I've been doing those before and just sending out a full card to people as well. because I like doing that, getting you guys to see how crazy some of you guys are. You guys are like, some of you guys are crazy, man. Like I bet I thought I was going long shots at like plus 700, bro. Dudes are dropping like 1,500, 2 stolen bases. Like, what the fuck, guys?
I love it.
But hey, half of them are like relatively close, which is more interesting. So I've been thinking about doing that. Obviously, with the technical difficulties, makes it a little bit easier for me to switch it to that. So we'll do that. We'll drop our long shots in the comments below. Hopefully, you guys are able to pop in there and take a look and drop your own in there too. So that'll be where we'll go. Maybe I'll drop it on Twitter as well when I hype the video. So let's get a recap here. I'll start out there with the Adley plus Verdugo at minus 127. I haven't checked this one on DraftKings. Unfortunately, I don't know if they're going to give me a half hit for Verdugo because he's fucking good.
No.
Because those guys just, dude, every time I want to find a guy, it sucks. Like, I'm trying to just get them at that one hit, and they're too smart. FanDuel at least gives me an option where I can just kind of play around and make something work there. So Adley Verdugo is my first play there. Let's see if this will work on the computer. Obviously, I can't do this on my phone. My next one is Spencer Strider, 7Ks to go along with Matthew Boyd, Seattle against Boyd tonight, and Spencer Strider taking on the Toronto Blue Jays. Let me see if I can get yours up here, Stu. Obviously, the first one being the Ashcraft one.
Yep. I mean, if not, I can just say them right now. It shouldn't be too much of a big deal. We got Meneses and Simeon to both record a hit. That one is minus 116 over on FanDuel. And then we got Graham Ashcraft over 16.5 outs. And that's minus 135 currently on MGM. And honestly, that one too, if it moves to 17.5 plus money, I might have to double up too. And I might have to make that like a 2 unit because I haven't done that really in a long time. But I love Ashcraft. Such a good look in that ballpark. So love the spots today. I think we got some good looks. I do want to say real quick too, someone asked in the chat about Kopech over 2.5 earned runs allowed. What do you think about that one?
So this is funny because I'm really high on the Red Sox today, and I really want to play Houston. Like, I really want to play Houston. They've just been so bad. I've been thinking about probably doing it as a one-off today. I'll probably have a one-off in my lineup, maybe doing a Kyle Tucker or Jeremy Pena. Maybe it was a 2-man mini stack with 2 guys from Philadelphia. But they're very, very, very expensive on DK. I love this look. But I don't know what the line is. I would assume it's probably juiced, which kind of sucks because that's still a lot of bad things to happen. So he's been terrible. I always like fading him. If you could give me a line, that would be appreciated.
Yeah, I can check for you right there real quick.
But Stu, I'm going to have to probably pop out here. Obviously, my laptop's working pretty well right now for some reason. But it's probably because I pulled my charger. So we got about 5 minutes here. What do we got for the people before we head out? Obviously, have the full recap already gone through. And we're going to be dropping our long shots. What do you got for them?
Yeah, man, I've been real busy. So I actually both of my NBA plays typed up and ready to go. I just need to go post those once we get done with this show. So those will be over on Odds Checker as usual. And then throughout the day, I'll be posting MLB, NBA, any kind of picks you guys want. I got them. So make sure to follow over on Twitter, follow in the Discord, pick it, all those different places. And yeah, if you got any questions, you missed the live show, that's perfectly fine. Drop them in the comments. We're here 24/7 trying to get you guys some winners. So I'm ready. I'm hyped. I think we got a good one today.
Yeah, thank you guys for popping in. We appreciate you, even with the technical difficulties and all this fun stuff. It gives me a little angle on my face too. Give you a little angle on there too. So excited for today's action. Again, watch out in the comment section below for our long shots, home run picks, and stuff like that. So we appreciate you. Have any other questions? Drop them. DM us. We got you. So have a good one, guys. Best of luck tonight, and let's kill another slate.